Today on Review This Thing, we're going to review this thing, the 1791 Gunleather Ultra Custom Holster. This is Robbie with Review This Thing, where our goal is to give you the most honest, thorough, unbiased, unpaid reviews on YouTube. If you've been keeping up with us the past few weeks, you know that we just finished complete reviews on 8 different handguns. So naturally, the next step would be to tell you about the holsters we've been using to carry them. We met the folks over at 1791 Gunleather a couple years ago at an event, and we were really interested in their holsters. And in case you're wondering about the name, 1791 is the year that the Second Amendment was ratified. They were kind enough to send us over several holsters to take a look at so that we could give you guys a complete review. Now, if you aren't as interested in the custom idea, 1791 Gunleather makes a variety of other holsters. We don't have enough time in this video to go through all of those, but we will be doing a series of shorts coming up to feature some of those. We'll make sure to add links in the description of this video as we post those new shorts. We've molded these several different times now, so let's review this thing. Before we get too far into this, please know all the guns in this video have been checked and rechecked to make sure they're unloaded. We're going to cover all the facts, and the first part is fit. These holsters come in 3 different versions: inside the waistband for concealment, outside the waistband, which is basically their belt holster but in a custom form, and a light bearing holster that allows you to use rail mounted accessories like a light or a laser. So with those 3 options, you should be able to find something that's going to fit your carry needs. Now, will the 1791 Ultra Custom fit your gun? The light bearing and outside the waistband holsters have a few different sizes of each. On the website, choose the one you want, and then there's a drop down that has a bunch of different guns listed so that you can find the size for your gun. The inside the waistband Ultra Custom comes in 6 different sizes, and they have a handy dandy sizing chart so that you can make sure you get the one you need. Or you can shop their website by your gun to see all the different options for you. Now, if you can't find your gun in any of those lists, contact them to make sure you're getting the right size. For instance, the T-size that we reviewed a couple weeks ago isn't listed, but they were very helpful in helping us find a holster that would fit it. And one sort of extra part of fit that I really want to mention here is how the holster fits on your belt. I hadn't really thought about how important a good sturdy belt was until they sent us one over. These things are very well built and heavy duty. I've tried other belts, from flimsy fabric belts to belts that were actually halfway decent. But wearing a holster and actually trying to draw a gun from it is much more repeatable when you have a good solid belt. So because of the multiple carry options, as well as the ease of finding a size that will fit your gun, I'm going to have to give fit a 5 out of 5. Now, is the 1791 Gunleather Ultra Custom as advertised? The first thing they advertise is that you can customize your holster multiple times using a simple 3-step process. This is the main attraction to this holster because it's so simple and customizable. Now, molding the holster to your gun is an easy process. There are plenty of YouTube videos out there on how to do it, so we're not going to go into a lot of those details here, but I'd have to say there was a learning curve. First, you need to start heating up your water. Second, you put the holster in a bag, add a little bit of weight so it'll actually go to the bottom of the water. Then once the water is up to 165 degrees, you put the bag right in and let it warm up. Pretty much let it sit there for 5 to 10 minutes until the leather is nice and pliable. And then you can start molding. Put your gun in the holster, slide the sight channel tool in above the slide, and use the other tool they provide to start molding. Keep working the leather into the indentation areas of your gun. I think I did somewhere around 7 to 8 minutes, but it's pretty much cool after about 10 minutes. It is important to leave the sight channel tool in there for at least 10 minutes, but then once it's cooled off, you can take the gun out, the sight channel tool out, and see what kind of fit you got. Like I mentioned earlier, this process is simple, but I can say with 100% certainty, the more I remolded it, the better I got at actually fitting it. If you get an Ultra Custom and hear nothing else from this video, here are these 2 things. Make sure when you're molding it, you're really pushing into the trigger guard and the injection port area. I found that those 2 areas are really key to getting that locked in feel. The second thing they advertise is that the memory lock technology provides a Kydex-like fit with the comfort of leather. First, I want to say that the fact that these are made of leather instead of hard plastic is a standout feature to me. I think we can all agree that leather is way more comfortable than cold plastic against your skin. Now, let's talk about the memory lock technology that makes this thing moldable. From what I understand, there's a polymer in between 2 layers of genuine handcrafted cowhide leather that makes this holster moldable. That polymer, when heated to 165 degrees, is actually what molds to fit your gun. This holster was molded to fit our SIG P365 XL. You can hear it click into place. That's the really cool thing about this holster. It's leather, but the gun is really secured in there. Next, we wanted to mold and then remold. First, I molded it to fit the Glock 19, and as you can see, it's pretty secure. Then I put the Smith & Wesson Plus in there, and it fit but it definitely wasn't secure. So I remolded that same holster for the Smith & Wesson Plus, and I got that locked in feel. So the 1791 Gunleather Ultra Custom can be molded several times, is very comfortable, and provides that click-in security that we're looking for, but it's definitely a learning process to get it to really fit. So because of that, we're going to give As Advertised a 4.9 out of 5. Next up, construction and durability. First things first, these Ultra Custom holsters are handcrafted using 100% certified American premium leather. And if you've watched our other videos, you know how we feel about American sourced products. It has reinforced stitching along all the seams, so it looks like it would hold up really well to use and wear. So far, they've held up well for us, but we've only had them 6 to 7 months at this point. I have been wearing this belt pretty much every day since we got it, and it's held up great. So if the holsters are anything like this belt, we know they're going to be good. If you've used a 1791 Gunleather holster for a while, comment below and let us know how it's doing. The top of this holster is open, so it is really easy to draw quickly. There's no security strap around the top or anything to hold the gun in because you get that custom fit and feel once it's molded. I really like the high sweat guard that keeps the gun from resting against your skin. Just yet another feature that improves comfort. Here I have a left-handed inside the waistband holster for my Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, so I'm able to right-hand carry it behind my back and feel comfortable when walking or sitting. And the inside the waistband holster also has a couple of different clips that you can adjust at different can angles to get the fit you want. 1791 Gunleather has a lifetime warranty on each of their products, so a nice warranty like that always gives you a good peace of mind. So based on the attention they seem to pay to detail, the American sourced products, and the lifetime warranty, we're going to give construction and durability a 5 out of 5. Now on to testimonials and reviews. We did a lot of searching on the internet, and believe it or not, it was actually hard to find a review on these holsters. We even read a few articles to try to find a few complaints, but had a really hard time. So let's look at the problems people had. One guy who ordered his from Amazon said it seemed a little bit too big for his gun. His review made us think either he ordered the wrong one or the packaging could have possibly been mismarked. Another one said there wasn't enough adjustment for the cant of the belt clip. I feel like there's plenty enough adjustment for the placements that I want to carry, but depending on your size and exactly where you want to carry it, I could see this possibly being a problem. The next complaint was the price. The retail price on these Ultra Custom holsters is right around $100. I've seen them on sale for around $90, and I'm pretty sure we even saw them in a store for around $80. They do run deals from time to time, so check our website and we'll keep you updated. Based on the quality of the holster you're getting, in conjunction with the fact that you can mold it to fit different guns, I'd say you're getting a really good product for that price. So we're going to tell you the score that we found. We're going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. And now, should I buy this thing? You guys know it always depends on what you're looking for. There's tons of different holsters out there, so if you're looking for a $15 or $20 holster, this probably is not the holster for you. Or if you're looking for that hard Kydex type feel and don't want to mess with leather, this is not the holster for you. But make sure you check the 1791 Gunleather website because they have those as well. The nice thing with these Ultra Custom holsters is that you have options, and they have multiple different sizes so you can find the one that fits your gun. I did have a bit of a learning curve with molding them, but my technique and fit got better each time I did it. So the fact that you can mold and remold these is a huge plus in my book. So because of those things, we're going to give Should I Buy This Thing a 4.9 out of 5. Thanks for watching our 1791 Gunleather Ultra Custom Holster review. While you're here, check out a bunch of other videos, like them, share them, and comment. Head over to our website, reviewthisthingtv.com for more great content. Also, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Don't forget, our podcast is also available on most of your favorite platforms.